All right, Jeremiah 33, thanking God once again. Let's call this chapter Fear. This time, not because of the calamity on deck, but because of, in the season of recovery, how well things are going. They're going to start to fear. However, in this chapter, it's going to start out in roughly the first 9 verses, saying once again, while Jeremiah is still locked up, God is going to say to him, call and I will answer you and let you know great and hidden things of which you are unaware. Once again, the context is still the same. It is going down, or it is about to go down in Jerusalem because of all the evil they've been doing. However, once again, this is a word of restoration as he is reminding them that he will not only restore them, but restore them to the condition they realized or appreciated or enjoyed at first. He will heal them and bring them back into a period of prosperity, saying that there will be joy again, not only in Israel, but joy in Israel before all the world, causing them to, as we mentioned, fear because of the good that is happening to them, which will prompt them to give thanks or enter a time when God is going to say they will give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy or his wonders endure forever. And more specifically, his word endures forever. Verses 10 through 13, going on to say, it will be good in Judah and Jerusalem. Again, as verses 14 through 18 talk about a more enduring promise. The righteous branch who will, out of David's line, bring justice and righteousness to make sure, justice and righteousness to make sure that this is not simply a season of prosperity again in Judah. Now, of course, it will be, because if you realize the story, the righteous branch is going to be the Christ. He is not going to be well received, and they're going to be destroyed all over again. But God is saying that is not the end. Whether they realize what this is going to look like or not, he is giving them a promise that is going to endure far beyond anything they can understand at this moment. Saying once again that David will not lack a man on his throne forever, or God's throne forever. Understanding that in verses 19 through 22, once again, he is going to affirm that promise by saying, if you can break my covenant, this time with day and night, then you can break my covenant with David, and in particular, the Levites. Going on to close the chapter with a similar promise in verses 23 through 26. Once again, saying if you can break his covenant with day and night, and then also heaven and earth, then likewise, you can break his covenant with David to have a man on the throne with him forever in or amongst Jacob's offspring, reiterating the promise he's made to the nation of Israel to make sure that if you can break the covenant God has made with the heavenly bodies and the seas, then you will break his covenant to make sure that not only David will have a man on the throne, but Israel will be a place or a thing before God forever. The thing that consistently seemed to stand out to me most in this chapter, once again, quite simply being that fear, good problems they're sometimes called, when the abundance that you're given causes you to scratch your head and maybe even sometimes quake at the reality that life does not always go this well. And understanding how life can sometimes put us in circumstances where we expect bad to happen. I'm praying that God help us open our hearts to the times when not only have good things begun to come our way again, but we have aligned our lives in a way that would encourage God to genuinely bless us, even when we are not mentally or emotionally ready for it. I pray that he not only guide us into places that he is willing to bless, but he make us ready to receive those blessings. And God willing, keep them as a way of spreading that kindness to others.